from scratch. That's the mark of a maker.
Welcome back. And if you're planning on ordering a takeaway tonight, maybe you can save yourself a few bob and make your own Indian classic instead.
Yes, we're in luck today because Mindy Keane from Mama Nagi's is in charge of the kitchen. A very good morning to you, Mindy.
Good morning, Mindy.
Good morning, and thank you for having me.
What are you cooking up?
We're making some lovely chicken biryani.
Oh, yes, please.
One pot dish, so it's throw it all in.
So most people would order this from their local takeaway, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
So you're going to show us how
I'm just
easy
going to show
it
you
is?
a very quick version. I mean, there's loads of versions.
Yeah,
But this is a quick
some
one.
very complicated.
Exactly.
But
So I'm
this
gonna
ain't.
No. Now, do you want me to start off?
Go for it,
Yeah.
do it,
What I'm going to do is there's a couple of ingredients there. You've got cardamom pods, you've got cinnamon sticks, bay leaves, and I'm just going to throw them all in. Just let them cook, okay? And the star anise. So there, we're just going to... If you don't have these, don't put them in. This is just an added addition.
Okay.
Not a lot of people have a lot of this ingredient.
So don't panic if you don't have them.
No, just keep it simple. So once you get that burning, well, bubbling and cooking, and it releases the flavours, we're going to put in the chicken. And what I did with the chicken, I marinated it. So it's just chicken with yogurt, turmeric, and a bit of chilli powder and salt. Just marinate it for half an hour or overnight, it depends.
Yeah.
So I've already done that. So I'm going to throw that in.
Beautiful.
OK, so that's all gone in there. So basically, it's something that you can do and you can hear it sizzling. So you want that hot. You want it to be cooking. OK?
And that marinade is going to keep that chicken lovely and tender and moist.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
and
what we
again,
want.
the flavours that you're marinating with, the garam masala, the chilies, all this garlic and ginger in there as well, fresh garlic and ginger. So we're not putting it in later. So once you get that, while that's cooking, you just basically cover it for 5 minutes just to let it steam and cook all the flavours. Once that's done, we don't have them 5 minutes.
No.
So what we do then next is going to throw the onions in, OK?
Okay.
Going to throw them onions in. And then we're just going to cook that up through.
Because normally with the dishes like this, you'd start with the onions, wouldn't you? And you cook them out for 15 minutes.
Well, you can do both. You can do it before or after.
OK.
OK, so
I like the fact that you can play around with the recipe as well. It's not steadfast.
Not too fussy.
Don't worry about it. Indian cooking is about experimenting and get it to your own flavours anyway. Now, you've got an option of putting tomatoes and coconut milk in. I'm going to put both in, OK?
Oh, lovely.
So I'm going to put in... Actually, before I'm going to do that, I'm just going to put in... We're going to put in a bit more turmeric, OK, because I love it and it's good for you. Get a bit of that into it.
It's very good for us, isn't it?
Oh, big time, yeah. It's beautiful. And then a teaspoon of garam masala, bit of salt, and I'm just going to leave it at that, OK? Because you've got... We did put that into the chicken when it was marinating.
Right,
OK, so once you've done that, the tomatoes go in. I'm going to put the tomatoes in next, OK?
Beautiful.
And then we've got that done.
And you're going to hit that with coconut milk as well?
We are, yeah. But what we're going to do before we put the coconut milk in, so once you get that up and running, I think should be nice and hot. So let that cook for a couple of minutes. So while that's doing there, I'll just cover that up. And what we're going to do is I have some basmati rice here.
Cooked?
And no.
Oh.
All I did was soak it.
Oh, very good. You just cleaned it,
So I just washed it and soaked it and take as much of the starch as you can off. I always wash it, get the starch off. Right, so you've got that. And then coconut milk. But we're going to put the coconut milk in first, OK? So we're going to layer that up. It's about layering this dish.
Yes.
I'm going to put...
And you didn't soak the rice, you just washed it through.
I washed it through, rinsed it through, and then I soaked it for 20 minutes.
Oh, you
and
did.
then I drained it.
Cool.
Yeah.
OK. Very good.
So it's just basic, and then you just give that a little mix. OK, so you give that a little mix there.
Smells are incredible.
So the coconut milk is bringing all that creaminess, isn't it? And balancing out your flavours.
You can do it without coconut milk, but I know you love coconut milk, so we're going to put a bit of coconut milk into it.
How has business been during lockdown? Have you been kept busy, or what way have you been working?
A bit of both, really. I'm trying to concentrate on the Zoom cooking classes.
Right.
I was doing cooking classes before people's houses and
they're still happening?
So that's good. So I'm getting a lot of people who want to learn to cook from home, which is
brilliant.
You know,
people have embraced Zoom, haven't they?
Exactly, it's amazing.
They've also embraced these simple versions of these classic Indian dishes.
And this is what I'm concentrating on, because you can get bogged down with all these herbs and spices that you probably use once or twice in a dish. So I try and keep it simple.
Yeah.
So that is raw rice, OK? So we put that in. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to lightly...
Get it into the sauce.
Yeah, I'm not going to mix it up. I'm just going to lightly layer it on the top, you know.
Okay.
So you've got your chicken at the bottom, you've got this, and then...
Now, would this recipe differ from, say, your mum's version of a biryani?
Of course, yeah. Different from everybody's.
Yes.
Yeah, you're sort of tailoring it to what people like. You know, I know what people eat now.
Yes.
Yes.
And so I'm tailoring it to their taste.
So you're paring it back for the Irish palate.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, I'd have this a lot hotter and all that sort of stuff going on.
Thought so.
And
But
you want
it
to
is-
say hello to your mum this morning?
I do, yes. My mother's in hospital, so I just want to
bless.
say get well soon, Mum.
Oh,
and
get
I hope
well soon.
Yeah, and to my daughters, my two daughters, Katie
Of
and Vanessa.
course.
They're in the UK too, and they're...
Well, we send your mum our best wishes.
Please,
Get
yeah.
well soon.
Thank you.
Absolutely, yeah. It's tough time for so many, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And what I'm doing here, just mint leaves, 15 mint leaves.
Mint?
Mint.
Wow, mint
Bit
in a
of mint.
biryani?
Oh, aye.
I tell you what, eh? Controversial. I've never seen mint in a biryani
Here
before.
you have now.
I have
We
now.
usually hold
Yeah.
that for cocktails.
Yeah.
No, we have it both, cocktail
Very
and
good.
food. And again, this is the finished version, so it looks like this when you've let it cook for
So
20
how long do you
minutes.
cook that out for? 20 minutes?
Well, I normally do 15, 20 minutes, put it on a medium to low heat,
Okay.
and let it cook. But don't let it cook fully. I normally let it cook and let it simmer for 15, 20 minutes,
yeah.
then move it off the pot and it still carries on cooking.
So it's about an hour all in terms of cooking the chicken out, then adding
Marinating
your
it
rice.
and everything. Yeah, you know.
And would you suggest doing the marinade the day before, just to have that flavour infused?
I like to do that. I like to just rest it in the fridge. You know, if you just put it in a Tupperware, just a bit of yogurt, like 250 grams of yogurt. Just that was 4 fillets. Not in that now. I had to make 2 versions.
Yeah.
And
So
you
I split
chop
2
those
and
up
2.
very finely as well.
I diced them,
Mindy?
yeah, and then
And
flavoured them.
could you use like chicken thighs or something like that?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
because I know, you like to use,
Like
definitely.
to cook the meat on the bone,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. So what I've done here, so this is just, and it's lovely. Now,
So
again,
ultimately,
eh?
it's a one-pot dish, isn't it?
exactly, yeah.
You cook the whole thing in one pot.
One pot, leave it to cook. You know, you can go back to your kids, you can play, you know, once you've done that, leave it and go.
I love the
Because-
fact that you can just drop the pot in the middle of the table, then just people
And then
help
chop
themselves.
Themselves, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
munch away.
That looks and smells
Smells
absolutely
delicious.
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mindy.
You're very
Mindy, can I
welcome.
ask you, where do you get the circle of spices?
This? Do
Yeah.
you want one?
Yeah. I just think viewers might be looking at that going, where
Well,
would I
I
get one
actually
of
have
those?
them on my website, so I do sell
Very
them.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
okay.
so and I give you all the spice as well, so it's a
Oh,
good
very
starter
good.
pack.
Yeah.
Very good.
So you, yeah.
Oh, clever, okay.
Clever idea. Thank you, Mindy.
You're very
Mindy, thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Now, full recipe details are on our website, or as ever, check out Mama Nagi's for more of Mindy's wares.
Lots more Ireland AM to come, including beauty, fashion, and Coda line. See you in a couple of minutes.
Made from scratch. That's the mark of a maker.